Hello guys! Welcome back to my channel. I am quite excited because we are going to do something really interesting. We are in a taxi on our way to Intramuros, the historic walled area within the city of Manila, the capital of the Philippines. And right now we are passing by the Rizal Park. We are going to revisit the Philippine history through a 1-hour Intramuros tour. This is Kalesa, a horse-drawn carriage. We're going to take this for our tour around Intramuros. In front of us is the Palacio del Gobernador. It is a government building standing beside the Manila Cathedral here at the Plaza Roma. Guys, we are in the Philippines, standing in front of Manila Cathedral. The Manila Cathedral Basilica is the premier cathedral of the Philippines for the obvious reason that it is the first cathedral of the Philippines. It is dedicated to the Immaculate Conception of the Blessed Virgin Mary as the patroness of the country. The cathedral serves as the episcopal seat of the Archbishop of Manila. The cathedral was originally a parish church in Manila under the Archdiocese of Mexico in 1571 until it became a separate diocese on February 6, 1579. The cathedral was damaged and destroyed several times since the original structure was built in 1581, while the eighth and current structure of the cathedral was completed in year 1958. Right opposite the Manila Cathedral is Plaza Roma, where a monument stands in honor of Charles IV, King of Spain, in gratitude for decreeing the introduction of vaccine for smallpox in the Philippines. Now we are going to start our Kalesa-ride around Intramuros.
Kilala niyo Father Burgos?
Sinong Father Burgos?
Paring Martir.
Ay, ako.
Ano yung tirahan niya?
This is the house. Okay.
Ngayon, 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven na. Dapat,
Ano na Kastila ho yun, hindi ngayon.
Dapat-
restaurant na ito, nakikita niyo sa Facebook.
alin?
La Cathedral Cafe, bago ho ito.
This is the beautiful La Cathedral Cafe. Alin? Ano yan?
Masjid yan.
This monument is built in memory of the more than 100,000 defenseless civilians who were killed during the battle for the liberation of Manila between February 3 and March 3, 1945. They were mainly victims of heinous acts perpetrated by the Japanese imperial forces and the casualties of the heavy artillery barrage by the American forces. The battle for Manila at the end of World War II was one of the most brutal episodes in the history of Asia and the Pacific. The non-combatant victims of the tragic battle will remain forever in the hearts and minds of the Filipino people. The Spanish colonial period of the Philippines began when explorer Ferdinand Magellan came to the islands in 1521 in his circumnavigation expedition and claimed it as a colony for the Spanish Empire, during which he was killed in the Battle of Mactan. The period lasted until the Philippine Revolution in 1898. We are in Casa Manila, which is a museum that details the colonial history of the Philippines. On our right is the St. Augustine Church. Going inside the Casa Manila, here also is the museum. Unfortunately, the museum is currently open only during the weekend, and today is Monday, so we have no option to go inside. This is Barbara's Heritage Restaurant, which boasts the classic architecture popular in the 18th century when the Spanish colonized the Philippines. When it opened its doors, the restaurant only offered a lunch buffet to accommodate the people who work at the nearby offices. However, the restaurant quickly gained popularity and they eventually decided to expand their menu to serve more customers. Today, they cook up delicious Filipino and Spanish recipes as well as other European-inspired dishes. We are here now in the Casa Manila patio. This beautiful reproduction of a Spanish colonial house offers a window into the opulent lifestyle of the gentry in the 19th century. This is also a popular venue for special events. This is a bamboo bike. Here are also tours offered using these bamboo bicycles. Galing, ano, this is made of bamboo. But we are not allowed to drive out. In front of us is the Puerta de Santa Lucia. Here we are in the Gallery of the Presidents of the Republic of the Philippines. So this is the gallery sa Benigno Aquino, Macapagal Arroyo. This is the gallery of our presidents, Fidel Ramos, Corazon Aquino, Ferdinand Marcos, Diosdado Macapagal, Manuel Rojas, wow! This is the golf course.
Natin mga saan?
Sa Baguio.
Informal siya, ito kay market.
So yung original pala is here.
Original.
Santa Potenciana.
Mga salitang Kastila po yan.
On our right is the Cuartel de Santa Lucia. It is a ruined building. It was constructed for the Artilleria de Montaña in 1781 following the plans of Tomas Sanz. Here is the Intramuros and Rizal's Bagumbayan Light and Sound Museum, which is one of the main attractions showcasing the history of the Philippines and the Filipinos' journey to freedom. Next time when we come back here, we will definitely see this. We are approaching Baluarte de San Diego, which is a bastion that was built on the southwestern corner of Intramuros. The structure dates to the 16th century. Though it was built in 1587, the structure was altered many times over the years.
Wall, ma'am, wall.
Wall. Muralya means
Wall.
wall.
Salitang Kastila, yan.
Galing ng tour guide namin. Ito.
Ulit mark, ayan. Unay, ayan. Ayan pa malaki.
Puerto Real and Revelin Real de Bagumbayan is a part of a new defense plan in response of the 1762 British siege of Intramuros during the Seven-Year War. On our left is the Department of Labor and Employment. Tapos,
Yan ang opisina ni Hani Lacuna. Siya ang nanalong mayor. Yung newspaper o yan, Manila Bulletin.
this is the Manila Bulletin.
Famous o yan.
Manila side.
Kaya Manila High School. Yan ang nag-aral si Noynoy Aquino, yung presidente natin na matay. Yan ang nag-aral si Chef Boy Logro. Kilala niyo ba si Chef Boy Logro?
Oo, sa TV.
Nasa TV yan o. May sila nagluluto.
We will see the 24 canyons. This is the Baluarte de San Francisco Dilao, also known as the Baluarte de San Lorenzo de Dilao, built as one of the main defenses on the landslide of Intramuros. This was built in 1592 by the Spanish government to deter threats and invasion by other countries. Renovated in 1622, the area was much larger than what it is right now. The area that you'll see in the restored structure for the whole area was destroyed during the American liberation of Manila from the Japanese occupation in 1845.
That's the new City Hall of Manila. That's the Bayleaf Hotel and the Mapua University.
Inside the Intramuros are also a number of universities and hotels. According to our guide, these are the old prison cells during the time of Japanese invasion.
Oh, maliit! Tapos, saan?
This is the Lyceum of the Philippines.
Oh, this
On our left is the Colegio de San Juan de Letran.
pinsan ko po.
In front of us is the bronze statue built in honor of Philip II, King of Spain, to whom the Philippines is named after. Guys, we are back in Plaza Roma, approaching the Fort Santiago, which is our final stop. And here ends our 1-hour Intramuros tour. I hope you enjoyed watching. Coming next is a video of our visit in Fort Santiago. Thank you guys for watching. Until then.